Hey, Doug. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing okay.
How's your week off to? Good start?
Yeah, I suppose. No major hiccups.
Yeah.
You?
Same, I guess. It's one of those where you've been in meetings all day and I didn't get any work done.
Yeah, it was 11:30 before I even thought about doing anything,
Right.
but that's okay.
Should be a crisp one tonight.
I hope so. I hope. I always wonder though sometimes.
When Chris is absent tonight, he's attending Journey. They're playing at the Cole Center.
He's going to Journey?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that with the Filipino lead?
I don't know.
Lead singer?
I don't know.
Do you know
I
what
don't
I'm
know
talking
the story
about?
to that. No.
Well,
Okay.
the lead singer died or left.
Okay.
Um,
So they've got like a stand.
and then there was a YouTube video sensation of this tiny young Filipino guy that sang exactly like is it Perry, is that his name? Which are in pretty major vocals for Journey. And yeah, so he's the front man for Journey.
My knowledge kind of left me when I nearly responded, like, no problem. See you next meeting. Don't stop believing.
Carry on, my wayward son. You can go lots of angles.
Yeah, which I think would have like really endeared me to him. But he called me this morning and said, "I got some suggestions for the minutes."
Got some suggestions. I'm like, on what? What could possibly?
Yeah, I'm like, you're missing a good. Like, this is a good meeting to miss, Chris. If you're gonna do it. We have some. I got 2 applications in for the next meeting, though, so that'll be interesting. Multifamily and a commercial storage use.
Can you say where the multi-family is?
River Drive, north of San Diego. Like the little, those vacant houses.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Multi-family.
Yeah. Which does meet zoning. Like, it's kind of
Does.
a vision for that. And it's straight multi as well, multifamily.
you. I'd like to call the meeting to order the City of Monona Plan Commission, Monday, February 26, 2024. Go ahead and call the roll.
Chair Moore,
Here?
Alder DePula,
Here.
Mr. Grice,
Here.
Ms. Fallett,
Here.
Ms. Fox,
Here.
Mr. Stein,
Here.
Mr. Chapman.
Here.
Mr. Homburg is excused.
Okay. All right. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from February 12, 2024?
Motion to approve.
Second? I have a second from Susan. Any changes, corrections, additions to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. What?
Aye.
Sorry.
Apologies, I did hear from Mr. Homburg. He had a suggestion for page 4. Point of clarification, the second paragraph from the bottom as it related to the signage at the dental clinic. There was discussion about the blue lighting on the wall sign as well as the brightness of, and it was asked to be clarified that the brightness be relating to the landscape ground sign rather than to the blue of the wall sign. So I've noted that and would ask if the commission's agreeable to include that in any motion.
Sure.
Thanks.
Great. Now, if we could, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes carry. I expect the order of business to go relatively quickly tonight, so I'll just keep it the same. Is there anybody here to make an appearance this evening on anything that is not on the agenda? Which is to say, if you're here to make an appearance on the public hearing sections, you can do that then. Is there anybody here to make an appearance? Not seeing anyone, so that being the case, close the appearance section and go to unfinished business. 6A, public hearing for Frank Gutman, represented by Olson Brothers Building LLC, on request for consideration of a certified survey map CSM to consolidate portions of 2 lots for the purpose of constructing a new single-family residence at 906 Progressive Lane, case number 2-002-2024. Who is here to talk? Come on up again, if you could, up to the microphone here.
Sure.
And go ahead and share whatever you'd like to share during the public portion hearing of this, if you have anything.
I think I've put everything out there. This is about the review for the survey.
Right.
I guess I'm here to answer any questions the best I can. My surveyor is going to join us. I don't know that he is here. He was going to do it via Zoom.
Okay.
So I'd do the best I can to answer any questions
Okay.
regarding his review.
Great. Is there anyone here, anyone else here to speak on during this public hearing section for this particular applicant? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and move to number 6B, consideration of action for Frank Gutman, represented by Olson Brothers Building LLC, on the request for consideration of a certified survey map CSM to consolidate portions of 2 lots for the purpose of constructing a new single-family residence at 906 Progressive Lane, case number 2-002-2024. Doug?
Thank you. So this is the consideration of action on the request here. It's to consolidate portions of 2 lots over at 906 Progressive Lane. You can see from the survey materials included that it includes portions of lot 104 and 105. It sort of shows that dotted line through the center of the survey. The applicant is requesting to demolish the existing single-family home, rebuild a new single-family home across that dotted line effectively. So the request here is to clean that up. The exterior boundaries of the lot would not be changing. So this is governed by the land division section of the ordinance, and it is zoned single-family. So the standards are outlined within the staff report. Very minimal deviation from sort of standards as would be required for a new lot today. Slightly smaller on the lot area, as well as very minimal difference from the lot frontage as well. So this did go through Public Works Committee as is required on February 7th and received a recommendation for approval, and will subsequently, pending any Plan Commission action, will go to City Council for final review. One update from the pre-hearing 2 weeks ago, this has been reviewed by city's engineer over at Vierbecker, and that review is included. And it's recommended that as part of any action, making those changes with staff review would also be included. So that's it. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to start down, Corey, down with you. How's that?
Sounds good. I didn't see anything in here that I had a question about.
Mhm.
I'm glad that that Bierbecker had a chance to review it, but I didn't see anything that I had concerns about.
Okay. Susan?
No concerns either.
Okay.
Yeah, same. It looked like the Beerbecker material was really kind of cleaning up the old, basically.
Right, which is certainly what we heard at Public Works as well. John?
No concerns
No
or
concerns?
comments?
Rob?
Nothing.
Nada. Okay. With that, I'll take a motion.
No comment. I've got no comments either.
Oh, sorry, Brandon. My bad.
That's all right. No comments.
Okay, great. I will take a motion.
I will move that the city council approve as written in the staff report with the following conditions, with the 2 conditions listed.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Sorry.
I have a second from Patrick. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Motion carries.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. That will move to new business. Number 7A, public hearing on the request by Achieve Abilities represented by La Crosse Sign Group of Madison for approval of a new wall sign at 124 Owen Road, case number S-005-2024. Who is here to represent?
I'm on the video. I'm Mary Kay Clark, the CEO of Achieve Abilities.
Great. Thank you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your application?
I do. So actually, our main space is 124 Owen Road. We're just down from the post office. We have about 6,000 square feet there. And we already have, like some acrylic signs in the window. We're just leasing some additional space. If you go through the packet, you'll see the building with the sign. And that used to be Tabletop Tutoring. Tabletop Tutoring has vacated the space and we will now be in there. And we have a sign, Achieve Abilities, that would go, according to the diagram, it would go right underneath those 2 kind of ornamental fixtures there. The address of this building is actually 156 Owen Road.
Mm-hmm.
And our business is we work with individuals with disabilities, and we provide on-site job coaching, and we do activities in the community with them. And they have space for arts and crafts and other meaningful activities in our space. And this will be primarily our headquarters space at this 156 Owen Road location.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Is there anyone else here during this public hearing portion related to this request? Okay, then we will close the public hearing and go to 7B, consideration of action on the request by Achieve Abilities represented by La Crosse Sign Group of Madison for approval of a new wall sign at 124 Owen Road, case number S-005-2024. Doug.
Thank you. The request here is a new wall sign, 124 Owen Road. The sign would be 12.2 square feet, non-illuminated. Sign itself, you have the gooseneck lighting there in place already, with a polymetal panel, and would be facing west. The entire property here, the strip mall, was recently rezoned Community Design District as part of the redevelopment proposal there, and the standards are included within the staff report. Typically, wall signs within this district would be allowed 1 square foot of signage per linear foot of building frontage, with maximum of 150 square feet. As mentioned, it's a multi-tenant building. A couple of the other tenants there, Balancing Meridians, have about 25 square feet. USPS has 47, and so even with this sign, it would still be below the cumulative total, and would also, of course, help with identifying the businesses as well. So with that, staff recommendation is approval of the sign permit with the one condition as listed in the staff report. Thanks.
So could you actually explain, because we do have a few new folks here, why this wouldn't have been approved at the staff level? Since it's underneath what would be the dimensions? Yeah.
Yes, so any signage that does not have a comprehensive sign plan does require plan commission review, and wall signage in particular would require that. Landscape ground signs, sort of the two that we normally see, would require that. So the requirements there, sort of the 150 square feet of linear, total, that sort of guides the applicants so they know, the parameters within which they should operate. And of course, there's no exception being requested here, but there is no leeway for staff to approve this administratively without commission review.
Okay, great, thank you. So with that, I will start at this end. Patrick?
I have no concerns.
Okay. Rob?
No concerns.
Okay. John?
No concerns.
Susan?
No concerns, except just because the comment was made that this sign is actually located at 156, we need to change the motion to say 156 instead of 124.
I can certainly note that, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Corey?
Thank you.
That was that question
Okay.
too, but I also, it looks really small. Is it just the way it was put on the packet, do you think?
I believe,
Go
ahead.
well, I was going to say, there are two other tenants in this building, and this is kind of a standalone building at the bottom of the parking lot, kind of set back. You don't really see it from the road. There's also like a daycare and a computer store, not a store, but computer business in there. So this is about 2,000 square feet that's at the very end of the building. And that sign will go right underneath those two ornamental things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sign we used to have an office on Park Street, and the sign was taken down, and La Crosse Sign Company's been storing it for us, and they're like, you guys, what do you want to do with this? So anyway, when we leased this new space, we thought we could put it up here.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brendan? Brendan, do you have anything?
I had the same comment, that it seemed a little small, but I have no other comment. I think it looks fine.
Okay, all right. With that, do I have a motion?
Move approval with conditions as written by staff.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 The motion carries. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Mary Kay,
Thank you all. Have a good rest of your evening.
welcome to Monona.
Thank you. Right now.
In the new space anyway. Well, with that, we'll move to number 8, reports of staff and commission members, staff report.
Thank you. A couple quick updates. The discussion will continue tomorrow evening at CDA regarding the future TIDs, tax increment financing districts. There's the opportunity to create a couple more there, so the discussion mostly will be happening in closed session, but sort of working with the city's TIF consultant to look at those, really balancing kind of incoming developments with the opportunity to create these districts. So just wanted to let people know about that. Certainly at the moment it's more of a closed session discussion, but that'll continue to move forward and move into open session, ultimately to City Council as well. So just letting people know about that. And I do have a couple development applications that came in today for the March 11th meeting. One residential application on Monona Drive, as well as a commercial storage use on the east side of the city as well. So I expect both of those for pre-hearings at the March 11th meeting.
Is the residential something that we've already seen in pre-hearing, or is this a new?
It's a new application.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any updates, discussion on diversity, equity, inclusion?
Nothing from staff.
Nothing from staff. I would just say that I know I mentioned the city council's approval of the move to go to Madison Metro, and the Transit Commission just met with Madison Metro again this last week. So we have a very good schematic in terms of where all the stops are going to go, as well as now many more details around how long it's going to take to get downtown. They actually shortened the route at the top, where it kind of jogged off of Monona Drive and came back on to Atwood. And I just wanted to say in relation to that, because the reason why I'm bringing it up now is that there's been some confusion in the community that when we've said that the transit is a priority of our DEIB work, the assumption has been that we're only referencing people of color, and by some residents. And I just want to make clear that when we talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, we're talking about all types of people, all types of work, all types of needs, and ultimately, having more bus access means it's more equitable. When you only have a bus that runs a couple of times a day, a few times in the morning and a few times in the afternoon, and it only goes to one area of town, it's just not an equitable transit system. So I just wanted to clarify that we're really talking about inclusivity and equity as it relates to access for everyone, and ease of access for everyone. Any other requests of information or other things to request of staff? No. Okay. Then I would be delighted to take a motion to adjourn.
Move adjournment.
Okay. Well, we've got a second. We've got
Second.
and we've got 2 seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Hey.
We are adjourned.
Aye.
Brendan, thanks very much.
Thank you.